Okay, like something underrated is like if you're dating someone, I had to walk away from the person I was seeing to go spend 3 4 years doing my postgraduate, to do a PhD and things like that. So that can look like something minimal, but you find people lose spouses because many men will not wait for women. Yeah. Maybe it's easier for women to wait, hoping he'll come back, but you could move on with someone else. And so sometimes those are some of the challenges of you affect that, because that's the time of life for most women where you start your reproductive life, having kids, getting married, and things like that. But you also lose friends. Also, I feel that my friends, some of them professionally, even progressed. Of course, we're still talking about what you have to give up for professional life. But there are many paths to professional life. Some people get straight to the job market and climb up quickly, meaning they set up their homes much earlier and settle down much faster. In my case, I don't know if it's an unfortunate thing, but you see, the art side, because we are so many, I think, it is not sustainable to be at the same level. Let's say I come out with a degree in mass communication or in a social science. I need to have a master's to stand a higher chance than my colleagues. Yet if I had graduated as an engineer, it's a lot easier for them to get a better job as a graduate engineer than me as a graduate social scientist. So I quickly knew that I have to be one step ahead of the pack, and I go do my master's. But in going to do my master's, my colleagues were already earning an income. What does it mean? There's certain things we want in life that they were able to do for themselves that then I was not able to do. But again, some of these things, it depends on your value in life. Then you come back. Sometimes there are also job opportunities I actually lost. I recall when I started off my PhD, there was an opportunity to be a CEO of one of the civil societies. But I was just like, no, I'm starting my PhD. And now when I returned from my PhD, suddenly I was not affordable. Now I have a PhD, I'm expensive and things like that. But again, I don't necessarily have the work experience that they want. So I also had to build that, spend hours building work experience, even if in terms of academic qualification, I'd already achieved almost at the highest level. So when the opportunities for a postdoc came, that many people might not be aware of or hear of, I started stepping back because of things I felt that I'd lost. I'd lost family life, I'd lost maybe even putting up a home for myself, I'd lost maybe fun, adventures, I'd sacrificed my sports life. So, you start thinking back that, okay, maybe I should not pursue an academic career anymore. I should not go for a postdoc. Where does that get me? I've had cases where I've signed up for so many courses, but I will abandon them halfway. I'm like, but I already have a PhD. Why do I need this? Because then I have to give up this. I have to give up my weekends. I can't attend friends' weddings because I have this deadline of this chapter to write and so on and so forth. So there are those things you give up. You don't spend as much time as you want with family because you've got to fulfill something in your personal life. Many people leave work at 4, at 5, they can hang out, and sometimes because of the job I do, the position I'm in, to produce something acceptable of a certain standard, then I have to stay up in office for very long hours. Before I would come home and work for very long hours, but everyone around you at home keeps complaining, hey, you've come home and you're still on your laptop. You have to produce this. So I'd rather stay long hours in office so that when I come home, I actually give the people at home the attention they need. But with that also comes personal security. How safe am I in the night? There's this particular incident. I was at work up to like 1 a.m. at night, and there was a challenge at work where someone actually organized with people with guns and came home. And because he came home with an office car, they got my security people off guard. They opened, they knew the person, and yet the person had come to threaten me and my children. They had wanted to kidnap my children, and I wasn't even there. So, of course, in a way, I was saved because I wasn't around, but my kids and my family was in danger, yet I'm the target. Yeah? So sometimes you put the rest of your family at risk, personal risk. They're not safe at school, they're not safe at home because people want to hurt you. And it all has to do with professional growth. I even feel emotional talking about this. And I remember having to negotiate. I know these people kept calling me, trying to track me. I remember switching off my phone, trying to change the routes I used to come home. And it was very late in the night, and you don't even know how to deal with this. And sometimes when you take these matters to security people, they laugh about it and things like that. They think it's not really a serious thing.